Alrighty, so here in South Carolina, tomorrow is going to be really cold. And it's going to be really cold for like the next 3 days. I think in our area, it's looking to get to be like 11 or 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So we did some things here on the farm or on the homestead just to kind of help us get through this a little bit easier. More preventative than anything. Not necessarily as all the stuff we had to do, but it's stuff that I felt that we should do just to be safe. So sorry with like the basics. So I went out and I drained our hoses and I brought them into the barn. That way I don't have to worry about stuff freezing up out there. And when I go to use them again in 3 days, I don't have to worry about them getting split or anything like that because I had too much water in them. And then right here, our baby chickens that just started to feather out in a brooder with a little warming plate in there. So they'll be nice and safe when it gets nice and cold. So I filled their water all the way up to the top because things should not freeze here in the barn. And I gave them a big thing of food. Now, this is the big thing. Right over here behind me, hopefully you can see them. These are our two female goats, our two does, and they are very pregnant right now. And they are due to have birth like any day now. You got baby now. I've been feeling their ligaments and they're really soft right now. So I think that they're gonna give birth here like really soon. So we brought them in here about a week ago just to keep a good eye on them. But definitely really happy we did that with it getting as cold as it is right now. And then another thing is inside our house, we currently have a pack and play set up. So just in case we have to move one of the little kids in there at any point in time and bottle feed them, we're prepared for that. So hopefully we won't have to do that. Fingers crossed that won't be a thing. Now, right here is our buck and our wether. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, there they are. So it's Simon and Garfunkel. So those two little guys. Now I could have left them out there. They have a little house and I could close them inside their little house and put straw and all that stuff in there. And it, honestly, they would have been just fine. But since I've got the ability to bring them in here into the barn, I went ahead and did that. And just being a little maybe overcautious, but I can't see the harm in doing that. So I want to show you something else I just put in. So if you see right here, hanging up, I bought these heaters. Now, I am not a fan of putting a heater inside of a barn at all. But with it getting as cold as it is, if I am out here directly supervising this and watching those heaters, I feel very comfortable and confident about having those out there that I'm not going to catch my barn on fire and burn it to the ground. And that's not there to like warm this whole place up and make it 50, 60 degrees here. No. It's supposed to just knock the major coldness down so we can, in case we do have a goat having a kid inside there, we can have it nice and warm in there for them while they're doing that, and then I can turn it off as we're going along. But that's the plan with that. But hey, here's another thing. Even our cats, I moved their food in here into the tack shop, and Smokey was just eating some food there, but he ran off. He's somewhere up in the rafters. But right here, here's little Onyx, and he loves to sit right there in the tractor seat. That's his spot right there. So just kind of showing what we're doing inside here with some of the animals that we brought in. Now let me show you what I'm doing out here. So out here, we have our little chicken village. And in the chicken village, how I plan on handling the cold weather is tonight when all the chickens go in, which will happen here pretty soon because we're losing daylight really fast, I'm going to close up all of these coops. And I'm going to keep them in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all their waters, pour all the water out, and I'm going to move them into the barn. And by doing that, I don't have to worry about them freezing up and cracking and having problems with them. But tomorrow morning, because I'm hoping that the barn will not freeze, I'm going to fill them up and go give them right in the morning so I have fresh water to drink. Because it's really important that you keep your animals good and hydrated when it's cold out. Now, other animals I have left outside, I've got some cows and I've got some pigs. Now, my cows, what I did for them was I gave them a brand new round bale, and they are already going to town on that. And they'll stand there when they're cold and they'll just continue to eat, and it's what helps keep them warm. And they're out there eating away at that thing. So I've got 2 Angus heifers and I've got 1 Dexter bull, and they absolutely love that coastal hay right there that I just gave them. So that's a good thing. And they're to come over to say hi. How you guys doing? You good? Good. And then they have a little area. It's kind of hard for me to show you right now because the light's getting bad, but I kept them closer to the barn. I fenced them in so they're closer to the barn, and I put down a bunch of straw so they can lay down and they can bed in there, and hopefully the three of them will be able to keep each other warm. Now we're coming over here to where my pigs are. So I've got 2 pigs, and what I decided to do was I took from where one of my old round bales were, there's a bunch of waste of hay that's on the ground. So what I did is I used the grapple on my tractor and I grabbed the hay and I dropped it in here with the pigs. Now pigs can be on top of hay, and what they'll do is you'll just walk around on it and kind of mat it down, and they'll use it for bedding a little bit. And I really did it because this whole area was getting kind of swampy from the pigs because we had a lot of rain here. And by me putting that down, it kept it so it's not as wet in there and it's not as smelly. And then what I also did is I gave the pigs twice as much feed tonight. That way they are able to have full bellies, and it'll help keep them warm throughout the night as it gets cooler. And I'm going to continue to overfeed them a little bit for the next couple of days, not extensively, but just enough to kind of help them stay warm a little bit. And then right here you can see this is their like little house that I built for them, and I put some straw in there. So it's a really good bedding for them. They should be able to snuggle up in there and stay nice and warm. And over here, I just moved my little rabbit tractor. I made sure I gave them plenty of water, filled their feed all the way to the top. There's just 2 bunnies in there. They can run up to the top and get warm if they need to throughout the night. So not too worried about them. They've got plenty of fur. They'll be all right. But I moved them closer to this area right here. That way they're not in the wind, because really tomorrow's supposed to be a really windy day. And I think that the direction of the wind's coming, I've pretty much taken wind out of the equation for them. But we'll see how that all works out. But basically, in a nutshell, that's how we took care of all of our stuff here on our homestead to get ready for this storm that's coming through. So hopefully we'll get through here unscathed. It's looking like it's going to be about 3 days of pretty nastiness. So basically tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday are supposed to be pretty rough days here in South Carolina. So thank you for watching this video and tuning in, and you have a great day. Take care. Bye.